June, Jesus unlocks new experiences. A 30-day experience with the greatest person ever.
So of course, I'm sure I look pretty ridiculous right now on the swing. But I'm at a playground, and what do you do at a playground? You play on the ground. Well, this reminds me of a certain experience that Jesus had. If you remember the story, or if you've ever heard the story, the disciples were going to send some children away. The children have been brought to Jesus. And Jesus said, don't turn them away, don't send them away. Let them come to me, because the kingdom belongs to those who are like these children. And here is something I really like about Jesus. It's the fact that Jesus blesses little children. We live in a society today where people have different responses or reactions to children. Some people are excited about children, others are not. We live in times where there are loads of attacks on the minds of our children. You've heard about domestic staff preying on children, heard stories of people violating the rights of children, children being taken away into slavery and captivity, or even being ignored by parents who are being driven to rise through the rungs of the corporate ladder, trying to not only make ends meet, but make the ends overlap to have sufficient money so they can fill their forecourts with cars. But Jesus does not ignore children. As a matter of fact, he embraces them and he blesses them. And then he teaches of vital life lessons, leveraging that opportunity. You might be in a place right now where you've been distracted from investing in your own children, leading them up in the way of the Lord. Remember, train up a child in the way of the Lord, in the right way, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. Or maybe you're in a place where you're momentarily or temporarily separated from your children because of work or assignment or some duty and some tasks. You might not be physically there, but I believe that even as we speak right now and pray right now, that God is able to raise the support system around your child, your boy, your girl, your son, your daughter, so they grow in the way of the Lord. God is not just concerned about us growing and having money. He's also interested in the generation coming after us. He's interested in investing and depositing divine treasures in them so that they can rise up in strength from one generation to another. Here is my presentation today. Jesus is concerned about your son and your daughter. Maybe you're dealing with a recurring sickness or poor grades at school or stories of molestation, and you have a sense of insecurity. You're totally petrified by something that happened to your neighbor's child or something that happened in the parents' association, the parents' teachers' union, or stories you've stumbled on the internet. I pray right now that the garrison of God's goodness will surround your child so that whether you're with them or away from them, they are preserved, they are covered, they will not be molested, violated, they will not be ripped apart, they will not die young, but they will grow in vibrancy and strength. Your children will become stars, reflectors of divine light and life in their generation. I pray right now that whatever the struggle is academically, intellectually, socially, spiritually, emotionally, that such is reversed, and only good, only the fullness of God's life will be presented and reflect in the life of your child. If you believe that, say a big amen to that, and do make sure that you share this video with somebody, with a parent or a guardian, because it will really enrich them. As you do that, stand in faith, grow in faith, and keep sharing your faith, because Jesus unlocks new experiences.
June, Jesus unlocks new experiences. A 30-day experience with the greatest person ever. Visit www.askdammy.com/June.